in the background, that's Mackinac Island. That's right, we're here in the port of St. Ignace. We spent a day on the water, 16 keeper fish, pink salmon, steelhead, lake trout, awesome fishing going right now. The pinks are moving from downstate up through this waterway on their way up to Detour Passage. Stay tuned. I don't know if you can see it, boys, but you can't be more lighthouse point than that right there. We're right here in the Straits of Mackinac in the background. Travis is hooked up for fish number 3, and it's only 7:30 in the morning. Hey, you know, this is a really understood fishery for sure, but you can definitely have a great time in the Straits of Mackinac. You know, so many millions of people a year visit these communities that are right here on the Straits. But they don't realize that one of the things they've got to add, you've got to add to your arsenal, is to spend a day or a half a day on the water here. It's awesome fishing. You've got multiple different strains of lake trout. You got pink salmon, you got king salmon at certain times of the year. You've got coho and steelhead. It can be awesome.
Another lake here on lake trout.
Yep.
Straits.
There's no boats out here.
No, about 90% of the time when I come fishing out here, I'm the only boat.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
And it is. It's kind of nice, but I mean, it's kind of unbelievable.
It's
because,
crazy.
I mean, we have caught, that's our 3rd good fish in the boat.
7:45.
And it's 7:45, and we lost one too. So,
yep.
I mean, guys, this has got to change. You get these fisheries like this, and it's really about people don't know, right?
Right, they don't know. People just think that fishing sucks here.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I mean, the fishing is amazing. I mean, when Chumbucket and I came up, Steve's your friend, we came up, we hadn't fished here for a year. Put the boat in the water, and you saw the show. I mean, it was one 10-pounder after another.
Nice fish.
Crazy. So, and now we're out here months later. We're
still doing it.
Latter part of August, and we just lost what we thought was a pink salmon. We're hoping we can show you that. You're steering. You know, one of the other things, just going to talk to you as we just troll down the backside of this island. We're in a small boat today. I mean, my Kodiak's only a 20-footer. And, you know, so many people think about the Straits of Mackinac as a place where you can't come. But one of the things that you get when you have the islands out here is that you can get a wind, like we've got a west wind today. And if you get on the east side, of course, on the lee side of the island, you know, Trav, you can just troll this, just make long pulls down down the island. And you know, it might not be as good as right at Lighthouse Point, but look, this is our 2nd really good hit right here, just straight trolling on the lee side of the island. And I think that's one of the things you have to understand. Also in the shoreline side between mainland and Boblo, you know, in the spring, that can be a great spot.
Oh, that's a great place to fish in the springtime.
Exactly, and I think that people just, they don't understand that you can just go out, set a spread of lines, and basically just troll, and there's enough fish coming in the area where you can just, a lot of times, that's all you need to do.
Yeah, and that May, June, early May, all the way through June, the lake trout are pretty thick around here.
Oh.
40, 50 feet of water. It's hard not to catch a limit in an hour.
That's a perfect eating size right there, Trav.
That's a good eater.
Yeah.
Look where you spit up.
Show that off. That came out of his mouth.
Pretty fresh.
That's a really fresh alewife. Perfect. All right, we're gonna eat good. Trav, show that off because that makes me totally happy.
That's a good size pink.
That's
too.
a really good pink.
And that's what they always do. Go crazy.
Go crazy on you, exactly. But guys, we're gonna show you, Trav will show you one of the best eaten salmon out there, and that's a big pink actually. And they're really
nice
just
spots.
They look a lot like a steelhead or an Atlantic, a juvenile, but they are definitely good eating.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Angler QWEST, built with purpose. Traxstech, the ultimate fishing system. Strike King, tie one on. Garmin.
It's kind of fun. What we're doing here, what you're seeing is we've got a point way up there, and way the other way we got a point down there, and we are just literally flatline trolling on the lee side of the island. So, you know, you can see, you can feel it. If you were out there,
It's windy.
it's windy. She'd be rolling right now, but hey, we're able to catch fish, and that's sometimes, you know, we plan this trip. Trav took a day off. We planned the trip, you're gonna go. So what do? You adjust to the weather and the wind conditions, put yourself in a good position to still catch fish. And in the Straits area, because that right there is the Straits, right there. We're just on this side, the calm side of Boblo right now. And we just started at the top and we're just gonna work our way down. Why? Because we can fish. Otherwise we'd get blown all over. Huh, it doesn't look like a Laker. Oh, it's your paddle I'm seeing. Still doesn't look like a Laker.
Not fighting very lakery.
No, it's silver of some sort.
I got the line.
It's definitely silver. It's a monster pink.
Oh boy. What is it?
It's a monster pink.
There we got him.
Great.
Meat rig pink.
I have never had that.
That's my second one this year like this.
Really? There's still consistent bait here. Those are
That's
beautiful
a more average
fish.
sized one.
And how are those? Are they best? Just right on the grill, fresh?
Yeah, they're good on the grill. Good smoked.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever fried one, honestly.
But boy, are they beautiful.
Got another one
There
on the
you
meat
go.
rig.
Another one on the meat rig?
I think it's another pink too.
We're catching pink salmon on the meat rig. This is a better one, ain't it?
A little bit better.
Another
Come on.
pink. He hit it, this one. That's a big pink.
Oh, crazy fish.
Crazy fish. It's like an Atlantic, but look at the size of that one.
Pink's like meat.
Look at that.
Oh, geez, he's still swimming. I love them spots on them.
Oh yeah.
They're so pretty.
Too, boy, they are all over the screen. There's one. I don't know while I reel if Chase can show you that screen right now. Look at that. That is what you want. 20-foot bait with pink sitting at 40, 45 foot right below it. And what they're doing is rushing up and just grabbing the bait from below. And I'm telling you what, we are in them. 65 to 70 foot is the depth you want to be in. We are just getting bit. And you might look at this piece of water, Trav commented on it earlier, and say, well, you're not out in 120 or 150 feet of water, you're not going to catch anything. Guys, there is different species up here. When you get in this Straits area, there's different species, whether it's pinks or Lakers or coho or steelhead, and a lot of times those species will be holden in different pieces of water. It's not always the same thing. Sure, you get major points like Lighthouse and some places where they'll mix up and you'll get lots of fish, but you know, they're not always in the same piece of water. So
sunlight on them.
That's just beautiful.
They are pretty little fish.
They are. They're tasty as they are pretty.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Offshore Tackle Products, Flo-Fast, world's leading portable fluid transfer system, Drotto, catch and release boat system.
Yeah, this is gnarly. If it's other than this shore right here, she's gonna be gnarly. We've already talked about the ride back in. It's not gonna be pretty. But we wanted to make a show out of this little 20-footer here as I'm reeling this in, my little Kodiak, and got a great back deck, got an awesome live well for the fish, got a little swim platform for when it's so hot out that you just want to dive in the lake and you end up doing it. Don't do it with your mic. I've done that. It's been an awful warm summer, and I think it's still warm on shore probably, Trav, but this water, we just talked about this, Travis and I. Travis runs a net boat for a living, and I'm a fisherman obviously for a living, and so is he. And just being on the water, that whole point of it, don't you agree, Travis? Just being out on the water is half of the fun for me. Isn't that cool? Beautiful acre. So one of the most important things, and you've heard me talk about this before, now here's my Garmin, and I'm running split screen today because I'm in my 20-foot Kodiak. We don't have autopilot in this boat, so I'm just steering. But these are the two screens you really have to have set up. Your sonar to let you know where the fish are at, and your depth contour line screen. And one of the most important things you see right here, I'm just gonna expand it out a little for you. Oh, sorry. Expand it out a little for you to help you see. We just went over a shallow spot there, and you see those depth contour lines as I move in. Just come off the 60-foot depth contour and dropped off into the deep water. As soon as we fell off that edge, boom, we caught one. One of the most important things that you have to remember when you're open water fishing is that depth contour lines still matter. You have to know where the fish are holding in the morning, and then if they slide out. You've got to pay attention to depth contour lines. Setting your screen up so that you're constantly aware of what's on your screen, what's under your boat, and also the depth contour lines is one of the most important features. Garmin and the 106, our Ultra 10, is an awesome unit. See this? We're marking these 30-foot fish. We've actually been putting baits right up there and catching those pink salmon as you've watched today. Pay attention when it goes to spending money on electronics. It's worth what you spend. Electronics are a worthwhile investment because they put you in a position to catch more fish. Oh, he's a nice one, boys. Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo. Nice steelhead.
That is some good eating right there. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, geez.
So what we got before we go is just to let you know, this is classic Lake Huron fishing stuff. Now we've got a couple of super slims here by Dreamweaver. I'm showing you some stuff we caught fish on today. We caught our second to the last fish. We literally put it down and immediately caught a fish on it. A little bit bigger of a blank, more of a magnum size. But basically loud colors, as you can see with black dots, a lot of orange present or green present on silver today, and silver was important because we had perfectly blue skies. Now, if we would have been in a cloudy, overcast circumstance or right away in the morning or late in the evening, then maybe a gold blank would have worked really well too. But basically, if you're looking for spoon choices here on Lake Huron, you're going to want to use loud contrast color spoons that have a lot of either gold or silver blanks with a lot of orange or green. Spots are always good. Oh.
First fish on this spoon.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You listen to the fishing reports, Travis, they say up here in the Straits area, they say don't come.
I don't listen to the fishing reports.
I don't listen to fishing reports either. Show that off and well, let's let her go. Awesome, awesome fish. That's number 12 or 13 today. And it is exactly 10:10 in the morning and we have not changed our direction once. We started about 3.5 miles up there and we've just been trolling a straight line.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Kraft, the toughest built aluminum boats, bar none. Dreamweaver, home of the revolutionary Spin Doctor. Lose, feel the difference. WavePro, best ride on the water.
There's one fish on that one.
Another meat rig fish. Oh, he's swimming right at us, whatever this is.
It's a pink. I'll have to peg this one and help you.
This is a feisty one.
Yep. Now what you do, boys, when you get this happen, you peg this pole because that long line fish is still out there and this one's going to be much closer. Is he still there?
Yep. Pretty sure it's pink.
Get him in the boat and now we'll Travis deals with that.
I think that fish wanted that meat rig.
Yeah. He took it. Salmon fishing or any type of fishing 101 is get the fish that's closest to the boat.
Get her
even
in.
if he hits second, get him in. That way you can catch them both.
Got a ways to go still?
No, I'm probably
He's
right there.
That big old laker.
Big old laker again, outside board, but it came forward again.
Put this between your legs.
we're getting hit like crazy. This is crazy.
With all the structure out here, you never know where the fish might be.
Exactly, and we're gonna release this one again, but Travis is gonna show that beast off. That's a big one. Just a beautiful fish.
Kerploop.
Torpedo him right in.
Down he goes.
Down he goes to the bottom to live again. Beautiful. Look at that in the sunlight. I mean, we've caught so many fish today here in the Straits. Just telling you, it's an untapped fishery that almost nobody is doing on a day-to-day basis all summer long. From May all the way to October, these fish are available and in numbers. Let's let this one go. So one of the best things, and we're here done at the end of the day, but I wanted to show you just this amazing setup that we ran all day here on Traxstech. Now we pulled the riggers, but this is our rigger rod, of course, with a rod holder and a slider rod. We've got 2 down dipsy rods we've left in on this side, and then 3 board rods. And what's really cool about this system, as you can see, is you can run 7 rods off of a little 20-foot boat. And you can run them efficiently and effectively without getting them all tangled up. But the Traxstech system gives you a full row here Here's where our boards go for the trip home. We got a coffee cup for Travis has got a fish, but we'll show you that fish. But coffee cup holders, board holders, the whole system, and most importantly, another fish to show you here from the Straits area. Shaky, it's a lakey. That's okay. It's another great looking fish. I'm telling you what, a lot of people will be happy with a fish like that. And I'm gonna thumb the net, Travis, so it doesn't get all messed up into it. Hey, thanks for joining us today on Fisherman's Digest. Thanks to Travis Laver for helping us out. Thanks to his wife and his kids for lending me to him for a day. Travis is gonna let that fish go. If you're looking for an awesome opportunity here for fishing, Travis, this is a legit fishery, isn't it?
This is a legit fishery, yep.
Absolutely. We've come in May, crushed them. Now it's the end of August, crushed them again. We might even come back at the end of September and see what we can do. We'll see you again next week on Fisherman's Digest.
Closed captioning is brought to you by WavePro. Best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.